Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learning Her. And today we are starting with chapter number 2 of class 8 history, that is growth of nationalism. Now, the other name of growth of nationalism is age of revolution. Means you can say that growth of nationalism means age of revolutions. What is nationalism? In simple words, it is love for the country, patriotism for one's own country. Nationalism is a sense of oneness born out of sharing the same geographical territory, the same history and culture, and same aspirations to be independent of foreign domination. The feeling of nationalism emerged in Europe because of the Enlightenment, which led the people of France to question its existence. Rise as a national identity resulted in the French Revolution. During the end of 18th century, nationalism began to rise in Europe as they wanted to free themselves from the empires. Before the middle of 19th century, the countries in Europe were not in the form as we know them today. It was completely different at the time. Different regions in Europe were ruled by various multinational dynasty empires. These were monarchies which enjoyed absolute power out there over their subjects. Monarchy means the rule of king. King rule over different subjects means persons. Various technological and the ensuing social changes helped in developing the ideas of nationalism. In history, we have seen the powerful always try to exploit the weaker section. Same is with the Britishers. They also had many colonies during 17th and 18th century. Many progressive kings they encouraged the feeling of nationalism among the people. They shared the powers with the representatives of the people. And these type of governments, those who encouraged the feeling of nationalism among people, these governments were called as constitutional monarchies. Now, our next topic is about the American Revolution, or you can say American War of Independence. The American Revolution was a great landmark in the history of the world. It had far reaching effects. It was the first ever organized movement in the history in which the people they asserted their right to rule themselves. This was the severe blow to the theory of monarchy. It was thus an inspiration to all the nations who wanted to overthrow the foreign rule and win freedom for themselves. And because of this political revolution, what happened? It led to the birth of USA, or you can say United States of America. Who discovered America? America was discovered by Columbus in 15th century, and from that period onwards European countries they started acquiring colonies as the people from England, France, Holland and Spain they began to settle in America. Their settlement sprung up. England set up 13 colonies along the Atlantic coast of America, and all those English settlers they were carrying on a profitable trade from here in the tea, sugar, grain and wool. Means from there they were taking all the things to their own country, to their own nation. These colonies were under the control of English government. Each colony was separated from one another. They had no political connections with each other. And the Britishers, they followed a policy of exploitation towards these colonies. The colonies, they did not have any say in the matters of trade. They were not allowed to speak in these matters, in the matter of trade, economic development, and levying of taxes. However, these colonies, they elected their government, enacted laws, and managed their own affairs. With the passage of time, due to unfavorable policies, it finally led to American War of Independence. So some causes are there. What were the causes of American Revolution? Why it happened? When we talk about the causes, the first and the most important cause was that Americans were not allowed to start any industry, and they were not allowed to do trading with any other country except England. Only they can do trading with England, not with any other country. The Britishers got the raw material. They used to take the raw material from the northern America, their colonies, and they used to take this raw material to their own countries to make the goods. And after making the goods, again the made goods were sold in the markets of these colonies. So they were getting the benefit from both the sides. Okay, they were taking the raw material from these colonies and they were selling also there. That is why they were getting benefit from both the sides. These resulting policies of the Britishers made colonies poorer and poorer because the raw material was taken at a cheaper rate and they produce goods, and after that they were bringing the goods, okay, and they brought goods at a higher rate, and after that sold in the market. So they got double benefit from the colonies. Another cause was that the Americans did not have any representation in the British Parliament. There were no members in the British Parliament, and because of that reason the people were eager to get independence. Next cause is that they had to pay more taxes than the English paid in England. Next is the English settlers in America. They were also inspired by the ideas of the European philosophers, because all those European philosophers, they believed in freedom, equality, brotherhood, and because of their views these people were inspired to revolt against the Britishers. In Europe, the 7 years from 1756 to 1763 between England and France, they ended with a treaty, with an agreement, okay, Treaty of Paris in 1763. And it led to the withdrawal of France from North America and India. Britain wanted to recover all the expenses, all the money from North American colonies in the form of increased taxes. They wanted to recover the money, so what happened? They increased the taxes in the colonies. The British government felt that colonists had received protection from the war, hence, they should also share the burden, financial burden of the war. In 1765, British Parliament, they passed one act by the name Stamp Act, which was imposed on all the business transactions, and this Stamp Act was in the favor of the Britishers. This awakened the violent resentment among the colonies. They raised the slogan, no taxation without representation. First, we want to be the member of British Parliament, then only we will pay the tax, otherwise we will not pay any tax. And who gave this idea? This idea was given by Thomas Jefferson. Then in 1767, they introduced Revenue Act. By this new taxes were imposed on the goods like on tea, paper, okay, glass, paint, which were imported into these colonies. The colonies rebelled against it. Hence, all the taxes were withdrawn. They were taken back except the tea tax, except the tax on tea. So, one more incident happened in 1773, that is famously known as Boston Tea Party. Students, it was not a tea party. Actually, it was an incident that happened in 1773 when a group of people raided British ships in the Boston harbor and they threw away 340 crates of tea into the sea. And why did they do all this? They did this because this was a protest against the new taxes that the British imposed over the colonies, especially the tax imposed on tea. So, all these were the causes responsible for the American War of Independence. Events that actually happened was that on 4th of July 1776, the representatives of 13 colonies they met at Philadelphia and adopted a declaration of independence in which they declared their rights of independence. And who was the American philosophers? Okay, who were the American philosophers or who was known as the author of this declaration? That was Thomas Jefferson. In that declaration, it was clearly mentioned all men are born equal and are given the absolute rights to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. So it is said that all people have right to form their own government and they also needed independence. So what result happened was that after this declaration of independence, it led to a war between the colonies and the British government, and the Continental Army was led by whom? It was led by George Washington. This war was ended in 1783 with colonies emerging the victorious. Colonies won this or they defeated Britishers. So 1783 the British government and the colonies signed the Treaty of Paris. They both signed Treaty of Paris by which the Britishers recognized the independence of the colonies and a new country named the United States of America was born. In 1787, a new constitution was framed at Philadelphia. In 1789, George Washington became the first president of USA. Now there are so many dates which we have studied in this topic. So I request you all to mark and write the dates with the incidents happen along with it to learn the whole topic. Now at the end of this topic, the United States of America was formed. This revolution became a important landmark in the world history.